Hey, what's up? I'm Chris Abbott, and in this video, we're going to be talking about cutting-edge church websites coming up. All right, today we're going to be talking about the top 5 mistakes that every church makes on their website and how to fix these to make your church absolutely cutting edge. Now, according to a study done by iMinistries, 50% of church website visitors leave within the first 10 seconds. So that's crazy if you think about it. That means that within the first 10 seconds, based solely on their first impression of your website, half the people are leaving, and they're making a judgment that there's no way your church could take care of them and their family based on the first 10 seconds of looking at your website. So because of this, we need to make sure and prioritize first impression. All right, number 1, clutter. I see this a lot. So now, does your homepage look like your church bulletin got punched in the face by an encyclopedia? Now, if that's the case, all of that clutter is probably keeping people away from your church. It's like putting a giant fence with keep out signs around your church. People are going to hit your homepage. They're going to see all the clutter. Their eyes are going to go all over and they're going to hit the back button. Instead, you want to keep your homepage simple and clean. The most cutting edge websites in the country have simple and clean design. So what you want to do is eliminate all of that clutter by deleting all the unnecessary information and replace it with interactive media like pictures of smiling, happy people, pictures of families laughing, and videos of your pastor and people. Speaking of photos, number 2 is not enough photos. There's a reason that every single social media network out there always displays a profile pic along with your name. It's because people identify with people. So it's really, really important to have lots of photos on your website. People want to see who they're talking to. In fact, Dave Ramsey says that people don't do business with nameless, faceless organizations, right? People do business with people. So when someone's thinking about visiting your church for the first time, they have 2 questions. Who's the pastor and who are the people? You want to answer both of those questions on your homepage. You want to have plenty of pictures of you as the pastor introducing yourself, and then you also want to have pictures of your people. And again, you want pictures of smiling, laughing, happy people. People click on themselves, and so whatever you put out is what you're going to attract. If you're trying to attract more young families, then you need to have pictures of smiling, laughing young families on your homepage. Now, the only thing worse than having no photos at all is actually having stock photos. These are generic pictures of fake people who don't actually live in the real world. So you know what I'm talking about. These are the pictures where there's a white guy and a black guy and an Asian guy and a Mexican, right? These don't actually exist in the real world, and all of them have super cheesy smiley faces. That's not real. Don't use pictures like that. Use actual pictures of people who actually go to your church. A study done by marketing experts actually found that real photos were 95% more effective than stock photos. And the best part is you can actually do this really easily and it doesn't cost a lot of money. Professional photographers will usually come out to your church on a Sunday morning and shoot photos of your church, your worship service, your kids ministry, youth ministry, even all of your staff photos for a couple $100. That's a no-brainer. Number 3, lack of interactive media. Now, people love videos and photo slideshows because this allows them to get acquainted with your church and your ministry without reading a bunch of text. It's easily scannable, and they can easily watch a video of you as the pastor, or a video of somebody inviting them out to church, or even a video showing one of your services looks like, and a ton of photos of your latest event, or your kids ministry, youth ministry, or even just your services. All right, so before I get to my last 2 points, I want to hear from you. Comment below and let me know what are the worst church website mistakes that you've seen that absolutely make you cringe. Number 4, poor design. Now, this could be a video all by itself, but let's just agree that getting the guy in your congregation to build your website for you because he'll do it for free is a bad idea. There's a stewardship principle here that a lot of churches actually miss. Now, you don't have to break the bank here. In fact, you could have a professional cutting-edge website designed for about $1,000 to $5,000 for a small to medium-sized site, or $3,000 to $10,000 for a larger site. But the most important point here is that God deserves our excellence. And the money that you invest into your website, you're going to reap in people through the door. So spend the money, make the investment, and hire a professional web designer to build out your cutting edge church website. All right, and we saved the best for last. Number 5 is the most important, and that's not having a plan your visit page. Now, the plan your visit model has taken the church world by storm over the last several years. And if you're not familiar, this is the idea of having new families be able to sign up and schedule an appointment to visit your church on Sunday. The advantage is that you can set up so you actually get a notification on your phone that, hey, John Smith is coming to church on Sunday and he's bringing his family. Now, you can actually call him ahead of time. You can introduce yourself as the pastor. You can answer any questions he has, and then you can actually assign a a friendly host to meet him at the front door and help him get his kids checked in, show him around the lobby, introduce him to some new friends, some key staff and leaders, and then actually save seats and sit with them in service. So plan your visit is super important to church growth and to lowering the barrier of entry for new visitors to visit your church. So if you don't have a dedicated Plan Your Visit page devoted solely to new families who can sign up for Plan Your Visit, then you're missing out on a ton of new visitors. Cutting Edge Church Websites Part 2, where we're going to be talking about the top 5 things you have to have right on your website in order to grow your church.